Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And yeah, I had a pretty lazy day today, but I did go up the road and do a little bit of construction work for one of my neighbors. Didn't really super pay me anything, but $20 is $20, and that'll help out a little bit with gas money and so forth and so on. And I did have one of my viewers send some money too, and I really appreciate that. Didn't want to be ID'd, so I'll just say thank you to that person for what they sent. And it all helps. Everything helps. I mean, it had been a long, dry period with no income, and with Captain Crazy now trying to get us into World War III. Who knows if the economy will ever recover. But we don't know. We'll have to try and just survive as it is and go from there, right? Anyway, I was out here today and went to the garden. I need to do some watering in there. And the other thing I did was added a window. Isn't that a cool window? A funny story. I put the window on there, and I will have to put a screen on there, but I think I'm going to use a 1/4-inch hardware cloth for a screen. So I had it open like this, and I said, I'm going to send the dogs inside and see if I can't get a video of them inside looking out the window. I thought that would be pretty cool to have. So I got a couple of cookies, and I came over here and I threw them in through the window. And the little female acrobat here jumped right in the window after them and gobbled them all down before the other two could get around to the door. Little nut. So I will be putting a 1/4-inch hardware cloth in there for a screen, and that'll stop the jumping in and out, but it'll still allow me to open that up and let some air go through. So yeah, I sealed it all the way around with caulk, and I still gotta paint it, and I'll add some of that Miracle Cover liquid silicone to the paint, and that'll protect this wood really well. So here, little girl's here. She loves that rag. I know that rag came from the Midnight Mechanics. I know that for a fact. So that's where she comes from. That kind of confirms that. And the extension cord going inside is because I had my air compressor and stuff plugged in while I was doing work out here. Right now, I've got my supper, or some people say dinner, other people say supper. And it's running at about 475 in there, and it's getting there. Now, my dad called those hard tacks, and out here they kind of almost go along with chicharrones and things like that. But when this is all done and I pull this out, these things will pluck off very easily, and they'll cool down and real quick, and they'll be crispy and salty, and they're just really good. And then I can cut into the roast, and I'll be making some gravy with the drippings and having myself a good time. I'm buying that stuff up because I see it's really cheap, and I can get a few meals out of a single piece of meat like that, and then have a nice big bone on the inside that I can toss out, and the dogs will play with it for a while and chew it down to just about nothing, and then I pick it up and put it in trash. So it's still in the high 80s Fahrenheit out here right now. It's been a beautiful day. Another thing I got to do tomorrow, hopefully I can get to it, is I got my big hydraulic jack over there. It's a 20-ton. And the jack stands I have my motorhome up on to level are all tilting to one side, and it broke that tire, the front tire, off of the rim. And I've got to jack that front end up, and then I'll put a piece of the siding that I cut off from the building the dog suite, and I'll put a piece of that underneath the jack so it won't sink into the mud again, and get that thing leveled off before it tips over on me. Don't want more stuff like that happening. So anyway, that's it. My neighbor's siding is fixed. She doesn't have to worry about the moths getting in through the holes in the wall. And gonna move on to the next thing, whatever that is. I'll come up with something. I've got to get this solar hot water heater unit that I started building out of there, and I was thinking about turning that into a solar hot air heater for the chicken coop, because I did lose some chickens in the heat of the summer, the heat wave we had, because like a dummy, I've got vents on the other side of the chicken coop at the top that I normally open up for the summer. And for some reason, I just totally forgot about opening those up. I guess it might have been because of the hurricane rains that came through and all of that. Just slipped my mind about opening it up for the summer. And when we got those bunch of days, a week of super hot temperatures, I lost some chickens, and still have a few left. And when money gets to be available a little bit better, I'll look into getting some more and get back to my number of eggs that I normally get. But as it is right now, I have to every now and then buy eggs, because the two hens I have they lay me 1 to 2 eggs every 2 days, and that's not enough to keep me going, because I have 2 eggs every morning. And then if I make my cookies or anything else like that require eggs, well, there goes all the eggs I have. Well, that's about it, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget thumbs ups. Don't forget to share and subscribe. G Bear signing off.